Well, no, it looks like you're hacking the mainframe over there.
No, I'm just bringing up the last fight card.
For what? You don't remember none of it? Ugh. I don't either, but I'm just saying.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon for this episode. Welcome to another episode of Throwing Hands Podcast, a comedy MMA podcast for casual and hardcore fans, where we judge the craziness, the bullshit, and the Octagon control. I'm your host, Joe. This is my co-host, Ian, and co-host, Darnell. How you guys doing today?
Sleepy.
Mm-mm.
You said sleepy?
Yeah.
I'm very sleepy.
Oh, okay. Where? So you said sippy, and I was like, the hell does sippy mean?
I am sipping a drink, so
It's
Fair.
kind of the same, yeah. Well, we stayed up until like 5 last night, or like 4:30, somewhere around there.
Yeah, damn.
like
For
4:30.
Uh,
Playing video games.
Yeah. Fortnite for like 3 hours, and then we played Diablo for another 3.
what?
Yeah, party. Fucking party. Sometimes when
Party.
when we're all gonna get together and shit like that, and like we stay up late, I think of like it's funny because we're only just 28, so it should be the same thing, but it's not. So it's like I think of like 10 minus years ago, where it's just like you'd be getting together just to like hang out, drink, and like listen to music, or just do nothing but just drink and like party. But instead now, like moms, I'll pick up Ian, and the moms will be like, "What are you guys gonna do tonight?" And we'll go, drink, and they'll go, "Yeah, that's a given," and I'll go, record, watch the fights. That there's
Play
no
video games.
there's no outside shot in our mind of like something else to do.
No, because it costs money. 80%
Yeah, well-
of the time.
Well, here's the thing. I broke it down. It's like the reason when it's not about we get older and that we don't want to go do things. It's that our whole like teen years and childhood was the fact that we couldn't do whatever we wanted where we lived. So we went anywhere at all that didn't cost money or cost the most minimum amount to go do anything. But as an adult, you're like, well, I work to pay a lot of bills here. I'm going to hang out inside. I'm going to get the stuff from the outside. I'm going to bring it to the inside, and I'm going to hang out in here instead.
Hang out where the AC's at.
For sure. That's how you
Oh,
know.
that's a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better. That's how you know the heat is like worse nowadays than it was when we were kids. Because when we were kids, I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe when you're a kid too, you just don't take heat that much. But like when
You're
you're
more resilient.
it's something like that, right? Them young skin cells just bounce the sun off. Because it's like, we were told, go drink from the water hose. I can very vividly recall times of like trying to come inside with friends and them being like, parents being like, no, stay outside. And then being like, well, what if I just come in? And they'd be like, no, stay outside. It's either inside, you come inside, you ain't going back outside today. That's what I'd get. So I'd be like, shit. So you just stay outside in the blazing hot heat. Then you have to go beg your friends, like, dude, can I come inside for a cup of water, please? my parents have locked down the fridge. They put a big padlock over it, told me to go fuck myself. So but nowadays kids, they'd be like, just stay inside and hang out in the backyard or something. I'm like, pfft. Even with a backyard, my parents were like, get the fuck out, doggy.
You remember wearing a fucking sweater every single day as a kid?
Kids do that
Hell
today,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, they're more resilient.
I guess so.
I'm telling you. That's what it is.
I would say it has something to do with being inside the school for like the 7 to 8 hours in that like freezing cold school. But I'm like, no, you walk in between the halls and shit, like you're feeling that heat through the day. You did PE at some point. They're
Yeah,
crazy. They're walking home in 100-degree heat with jackets and sweaters. They have like a sweater on with a jacket tied around their waist, and I'm like, it's summer.
But I remember doing that, and I'm like, I wasn't even sweating.
I get that. I
Like,
remember that. Yeah.
Now, like, if I walk outside in a thin hoodie, I'm like, God damn. Yeah, it's
Sometimes-
way too hot out here.
Sometimes I wonder if it was like the fact that because I would do things when I was growing up like dress up wise because I thought it looked cool, and I thought if I did something else it would look stupid. So like forever, like I only wore jeans and that's it because I thought my legs looked dumb. So like I wouldn't wear shorts on the off chance that everybody was going to gather around me in school in a circle and point out my legs and laugh. So so I would just wear jeans all the time, and my father would say the same shit. It's hot outside. What are you doing? Why are you wearing and especially when I got into goth phase, it was always like I told you. Remember, white shirt, black band T-shirt over it, black jeans with black fingerless gloves, and hair down to my eyes. And it's like, I know for a fact I was sweating my ass off. I know for a fact, but I think it was just you wanted to look so cool that you were like, no, I'm not even sweating. People were like, you're not hot in that? No. Glistening sweat.
Early dying.
Yeah, especially with me, I was obvious because of my hair. Like, it's long, but especially back then, if I grow out, it doesn't fall down like natural long straight hair. It's curly, poofy hair. I have black people hair, so or Dominican hair as well too, to kind of tie them in together. So it's really bad. So it's like the second the weather gets any type of humidity, my hair turns into a poof ball. So I'd come to school with like straight normal hair, wearing all black. I'd step outside in the lockers for like 2 minutes, and my hair would come up to a little ball. And everybody would be like, "You hot, Joe?" I'd be like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm straight."
No, I'm fine.
Your hair says otherwise. Oh,
I'd
weather.
take it.
Yeah, I know you would. You'd take Darnell's hair if you could.
Oh yeah.
You don't want this hair.
He wants any hair, dude.
That's where you're wrong.
If you looked at a guy who's like got the balding but like just has the hair all around the sides, Ian would take it. He would take it.
That's what mine does. Fuck that. Looks dumb.
If there was a guy who was all bald but just had one Tyson, what was that old WWE wrestler, Tyson, whatever, Nam or whatever, and he just has like the one patch of hair that's like shooting down this way. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking, because he was part of the Hart dynasty, but he
Yeah.
wasn't Tyson Hart. Tyson Kidd.
Tyson
I
Kidd.
want to say it was Tyson Kidd.
Yeah. I think that's it. Ian's like, I gotta look up what Tyson Kidd looks like to see this hair. He just has like this
Oh
one.
yeah,
fucking-
Tyson Kidd. Yep. Yeah,
Why?
his old pictures. Yeah, he had literally like a couple strands of hair right up front. That's
Yeah, but
fucking
he
hilarious.
can grow hair normally.
I mean, but would you take that hair if
I
you?
feel like that's some shit Vince
No.
made him do. I feel like Vince definitely made him do that.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
we're gonna make you look a fucking idiot.
I think the only
So, here you go.
the only heart he didn't make look stupid was Natalia because she looked hot. So he was like, I mean, it's hard to make you look stupid.
No, they damn near just treat her like a jobber. Like she's just there to make everyone else look good. They don't ever push her.
Yeah,
They pushed her a few times.
she
but-
got the title run I think once back when it was the Divas Championship.
Yeah, but other than that, they're just like, nah, fam, you're here to make everyone else look nice.
She did a good job at it. Did a good job at it. Hey, for what she got the title for, she did that job pretty well. She is a jobber, in fact. Speaking of jobs, we have a job to do here, boys, where we talk about the UFC card. The passing UFC card, Ilya Taporia versus... Why did I just go to YouTube? Versus... That's where my brain's more interested. Go to YouTube, fam. Go check it out. What's on YouTube today? Versus Josh Emmett. Since I don't know a lot about all the fights, I will talk about the ones I know, and then you guys can help me fill in what you want to fill in as we go. Starting with Josh Emmett versus Ilya Taporia. Of course, fight of the night. Of course, fight of the night.
Had to have been.
Yeah, like 100%. Josh Emmett unfortunately went through what we all talk about all the time of being too tough for his own good, where he would not go down. And I really like in the fifth round where the fifth round focused on Josh's corner only and giving him the perfect advice of like, yo, man, go in there, bite down and throw because that's all you got now. And that's the top tier advice you can only get in that moment of round 5 when your face is mushed in every single way. And they didn't get Ilya's corner, but I'd like to get it because for sure they were like, that man's going to throw fire at you. Grapple him. Like, now. And that was people were mad, they were booing. That was the smartest shit Ilya could have done. And he still was aggressive while grappling him.
Yeah, he was still fucking rolling and transitioning like a fucking madman.
That was crazy.
Pouring blood. Like, after being rocked umpteen times.
Yeah. Ian
The
said
man's terrifying.
in the middle of the fight, Ian said, Josh Emmett's got that chin. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I hate that now. I hate saying that about fighters because it's
He's got that chin, that forehead, that ear.
he had all of it's obliterated now.
Yeah.
And of course, Ilya Taporia wins that decision. Good overall after fight. Interview. Not too strong, not too just right. Everything about that fight was just right.
Because didn't he? he didn't exactly call somebody out. Didn't he say like a top tier guy for like a shot at the title or something like that?
Yeah, he wants somebody like top 10, top like more up in the rank. He just wanted a higher ranking fight for sure.
So he's fighting Max.
That's always next.
We all know what that means.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
right.
what's his name?
Oh, he can fight Brian Ortega. Brian hasn't fought in a while.
There you go. I mean, a big jump for him in the rankings at this point won't matter because, like, I agree. Corey Sandhagen just was interviewed and he just said something against the rankings, saying that the only person that cares less about the UFC rankings than him is the UFC. And I'm like, that when you say that, I don't know when you're like, yeah, he'll just fight Max. I'm like, 100%. You say that as a joke, but 100%. If Max was open and Ilya was like open, they'd be like, let's just make that happen. Like, they essentially every other week they just show us that they don't give a fuck about the rankings anymore. Every other week when we're on here, we question why somebody is a ranking, why somebody's fighting somebody. We have every single week. I never once do we go through a whole card and go, this all makes sense. This is perfect matches for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. Like, I get like they're trying to make exciting fights, but
Got to stay within the rankings, man.
yeah.
Macy Barber, that I'm glad I called out that fight last week because holy shit, they put on it. It was back to back essentially. I didn't see this fight live. I watched it this morning. Yeah, Macy Barber KOs Amanda Ribas, which could be called a little controversial. Amanda Ribas, once the fight got called by no nonsense, Keith Peterson in there making some sketchy calls again. Maybe he took a shot before the fight, but no, it was a good call.
It was a fine call.
Yeah, no,
yeah. She was not stable.
I like that
feet wise.
I like that she like once he called it, she like gave Barbara a really big hug, like to like grab onto her, and I'm like, no. She's like, no, see, I'm grabbing. We're like, no. He called it, and then she went, no, see. I'm like, okay, calm down, lady. Amanda Ribas has that face too, fucking crybaby. I don't know. I look at her face, I just don't like it. I'm looking at her face right now. I don't like it. I don't like your face, Amanda. So Macy Barber takes that KO TKO. Justin Taffa and Austin Lane, which should have been a crazy good fight, unfortunately ends with, I mean, the picture afterwards, like they just show Justin Taffa's got like a bloody eye. Justin Taffa suffered from a really bad eye poke. But I mean, Austin Lane just like lunged his hand like a strike, like he was going to throw a left hook, but he just kept his fingers out and just stabbed Justin Taffa directly in the eyes. Like, I saw that preview, I was like, no way this fight's going on. Absolutely not. Yeah. He pushed that man's eyes into the back of his head, for sure.
It's fucking ass.
Yeah, and I hated Austin Lane. I mean, it's his reaction's more of like just mad about the fight, but he was really upset. Like, what? You're really gonna stop it? Fuck! I'm like, yeah, man. You tried to gouge this
man, bro.
Yeah, you
literally were knuckle deep into his eye socket. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, gave him the Three Stooges, and you're gonna sit over there acting confused. That's a shame that they put that under Justin Taffa's name. Could not continue. That's a shame. I mean, yeah, no shit, he couldn't continue. And then the only other fight that like I really wanted to point out, there was great wins for a lot of people. We were talking about Jack Jenkins gets the win, Sergikas Dumas gets the win. But I found it hilarious that your boy, the Kazakhstanian, went through this whole bit for the Patty thing to get and then he goes to decision and then loses the split. You could see it on his face. He's like, damn, I thought I could have sworn this was gonna help.
Get the Patty treatment. But I mean, he was honestly kind of getting his ass beat towards the end.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that was pretty bad was he did get low blowed and they just never called it. That's why he was kind of standing there on the fence for a second, like what the fuck,
right?
And getting just still punched in the face.
Yeah,
because he caught an uppercut that was supposed to go to the body, but I saw it go right for his fucking nuts, and I was like, damn, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, it was it was a night of like a couple of unfortunate mishaps for a lot of these fights, but overall, first of all, as I was complaining to Darnell yesterday, it blows my mind that they're in Jacksonville and it starts at 11 because it's on ABC. Can't stand that at all. I turn on the computer at like 3 p.m. and I'm like, oh, cool, the main card's about to start. What the hell, man? But it's in that as a fight fan, somebody wants to watch the fights. It makes you really happy when you scroll up the fights that you miss and you just see like 7 decision fights and you're like, oh my God, I saved myself.
Oh God.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I had all the decision fights though. The Trevor Peak and Sharpie Mighty Skull, that was actually a good fucking fight. Like all 3 rounds was just Just bombs being thrown at each other.
Throwing heat. That's what's up.
It was pretty, and it's bad when somebody gets front kicked twice in a fight, like straight up, like just
Like this is Sparta type shit.
yeah, that shit was not good. Like Trevor Peake has a fucking chin on him, but at the same time, it's like, bro, this is your debut fight, and kind of get your ass whooped. Sucks.
Yeah, it happens.
And I found out yesterday, I found out that I'm like a little bit racist because I thought Neil Magny was fighting Randy Brown. And I was just like, wait, did Randy like get a last second replacement? And it turns out, no, I'm just racist. And I just saw 3 black people.
You were just like,
immediately,
oh, it's him.
I just threw them all together in one person. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm terrible for that, but whatever.
Talk about Neil Magny and Phil Rowe.
Yeah, Neil Magny, Phil Rowe, and Randy Brown. I thought Neil was fighting Randy. And then I was like, wait, what happened to Phil Rowe? And then I was like, oh, I guess he got another fight. And then I was like, I looked at the card again. I was like, oh, I'm racist.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, my brain. I was watching the decision today between Magny and Phil Rowe, and my brain was also racist right off the bat because casually my brain went, oh wow, they look exactly alike, and then like
they got the same hairstyle, which was wild.
That's what it was. It was like it's strictly the fact that they have the same exact hairstyle, except for Phil Rowe's is just a little bit shorter and pushed back a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Brendan Allen,
In terms of
he's somebody to definitely watch out for. He got god damn, he's had 3 subs in a row.
I was gonna say that's a good call for that fight actually because I was watching that fight. Dominated Bruno Silva. Dominated.
Yeah, he fucked him up. After taking a big shot too, he just like, that was nice. Let me throw something harder than that.
Yeah.
Put him on his ass.
Jumped on that
and then
submission.
Squeezed the shit out of him.
Love seeing that. Love seeing a guy attack the submission like that. Let's talk about next week's card. Sean Strickland versus Magomedov. Abus Magomedov. It seems like every other week there's a new Magomedov that they just like pop out of a chamber somewhere and they're like, "You fight," and he's like, they're all of them. They're like, "This one's German though, the German Magomedov."
Interesting.
Very interesting. Might as well. They're gonna have Magomedovs of every brand, every flag. Give me the USA Magomedov. I want him. I want to see that one from the Rocky movies. So Sean Strickland, Abus Magomedov. Clearly, I'm going to go with the boy Sean Strickland. I don't like when he's going to go up against a guy that I don't really know, like when he went up against Pereira and I didn't know who Pereira was, and then Pereira sent him to the Shadow Realm.
Know?
At that time, I had no idea who Pereira was. That fight was the fight when everybody was like, "This is the guy who knocked out Izzy." That's how I learned about him. I was like, "Oh shit, no way." Well, and then I was, I'm heavy Sean Strickland fan, so I was like, "Well, let's see what he does against Sean." Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Abus has 1 win in the UFC KO against some guy named Stoltzfus. So, but he does have 4. He's 25-4-1. So an incredibly crazy record to be coming in your second fight against Sean Strickland, who's 26-5-0. So,
I think they got similar records.
Yeah,
obviously not UFC, but professional fights.
Fighting experience.
A lot of similarity. Their reach, their leg reach is Abus has got 2 inches on everything on him, but
everything.
Yeah, everything. So wait, am I reading these flags wrong? What the? Okay, no, this is crazy. It
says Germany, and then he's fighting out of Russia.
Russia. That's insane.
Yeah. Especially what's going on with Russia right now.
Yeah. They're watching him with a close eye. They're like, "We're watching you, Nazi." Grant Dawson. Always good to see Dawson's Creek back on the map.
I have no idea who either one of those guys are.
I've only seen Grant Dawson fight, and I always ever recognize him because he's just the whitest white, like on a card. I mean, you don't get any whiter than this guy. And if your name's Dawson, immediately, like, I'm sorry, dude. First, last name, middle. Just don't tell anybody. I'm gonna be like, Dawson's Creek, what's up, dude? That's all I'm gonna do. Oh, if I were fighting this guy, I don't care how much bigger he is. I'd be like, yeah, gonna go to take a ride down to the creek. I'm gonna knock your ass out. Well, make sure you lay me down by the creek, dude. All right, Dawson. Yeah, he's got 2 wins by submission in his most recent fight, and then he had a draw before that.
They don't look like fucking lightweights.
No, they don't.
Dawson definitely don't look like a lightweight for sure, but yeah, no, neither of them really do. I was pointing out to Ian. I was like, again, this is another card where I'm not really too sure of a lot of these guys. A funny fight that I'm actually looking forward to is the opening prelim fight, the heavyweight Alexander Romanov versus Blagoy Ivanov. First of all, that guy.
Who are these people?
The Bulgarian's like his first name looks like him. That's his. It's spelled like how he looks, Blagoy. But first of all, what a great rankings, 15 versus 14. Two guys who Blagoy's he looks like he'd be like looks like they got him literally off the side of the street, like at the nearest Bulgarian deli. But
that's what I was just about to say.
He was only in cold cut meat somewhere, and they were like, this guy looks like he's got it. He doesn't have the greatest record. I mean, but he's a big dude, and it's a perfect punching bag for Alexander Romanov. Romanov is a joke. Sure, he's lost his last 2 fights, but look who he's lost to. Volkov. Come on. I didn't want to say the second guy because I was like, I know how to. It's just like I was like, it's gonna be like I would be like, and then Ty Burrow. You'd be like, who's that? I'd be like, I don't know, but he lost to him. So.
I just want to see how good Kevin Lee is going to be at welterweight.
Yeah, and also that's an extremely tough fight to put him in against at fucking welterweight. Like,
This dude's a monster.
Yeah, I was
crazy looking Russian dude.
Yeah, this guy he's first of all, once he's got the hat on and he's talking, he seems like such a nice gentleman. When he starts screaming with or without the hat, I'm terrified. Because if you click on him on the UFC page and then you go to the UFC Spotlight, it's got a picture on the left of him talking with the hat, very nice smile, and then the one on the right, he's screaming. I'm like, oh my god, stop! So that's I agree. I think I'd love seeing Kevin Lee fight. I think it's gonna be great to see him at welterweight. Holy shit, what a bad fight to put him against. At his first one at welterweight. Come on, guys, give him a cupcake at first. Come on.
Actually, I forgot Kevin knows how to wrestle. Never mind.
Good point.
It should be fun then.
Good point.
Unless he just decides to get fucking bombs dropped on him. But I keep forgetting that Kevin can fucking wrestle. Like, he was a wrestler and then learned striking. So
yeah,
I don't feel as bad now. But that's true. He should be all right. He should be all right. Hopefully we don't see a dead body next Saturday.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for you, Kevin Lee. I'm excited to see Bruno Ferreira because he looks like if NSYNC meshed together in Brazil and meshed together like to be one person.
Yeah, he might be under what's his name? Charles. Because their whole team usually
looks like Pretty Boys.
Oh, I remember this dude now. He fucking murdered Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's undefeated. Undefeated right now, 10-0.
Who's that?
Bruno Ferreira. Bruno NSYNC Ferreira.
NSYNC for
Max Griffin, Michael Morales. Here's the thing about Max Griffin. He's another one where I don't know how to explain this. Some fighters just have this like look. It's like a wrestler. When you see a wrestler in WWE and you go, who the fuck is it? But then sometimes you see a guy come out who's got this like look and you're like, ooh, this guy's going to be good. Whether their character is good or bad or not, they have a look. And I think some fighters have that too. Max Griffin's one of those guys. You see Max Griffin come out, you're like, this guy's got the look. He looks like I can fight. I like him. He looks like a video game character. I would play him in UFC if I could. He's also a fucking damn good striker. He's damn good at MMA. But he never puts it together. And I don't see him. I'm not going to say he stands a good chance against Michael Morales. But Michael Morales is no joke. And this is going to be he's 14-0. I mean, Max Griffin, I don't see him being the guy to stop somebody who's 14-0.
No, I don't think I've watched Michael fight Morales. I don't think I've seen him.
Well, if you've seen Spider-Verse, you've probably seen him fight before a couple times, yeah.
I was gonna say he definitely his like debut fight was pretty fucking good.
Yep, KO Giles in his debut.
Oh, then he fucking
that
was last year too. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hopefully Sean doesn't die. Probably has a couple more screws knocked loose after practicing with Alex for a week.
He's been practicing with the best. I think we're gonna see some of the best Sean Strickland we've ever seen.
Let me see if I can find it. Some dude was Alex was in a Walmart and one of the like security people were just following him around and like Alex is recording him and it's just like but somebody was like this guy doesn't know how close he is to the fucking shadow room right now. People take their jobs too serious. But yeah, it's just like this dude is following him around. It's like, bro, what do you even follow him around for?
Like, do you not watch the UFC?
Crazy.
Ugh. Well, the last thing he needs is to beat up some fucking Walmart employee.
Also,
That would
yeah.
not be great for his career
But-
right now.
Listen, I've worked retail for a long time, and there's been times where there's somebody you think is like stealing or something like that. You follow him around. If a guy the size and look of Alex Pereira, even if I knew what UFC was or not, was walking around, and they were like, "You need to follow the guy. He might be stealing." I'm like, "Let him steal what he wants. What do you want me to do about it?"
I'm
I'm not dying for y'all.
The fuck is that? So that's how dumb that Walmart employee is. That he really thinks he's doing that he would do anything to that guy. That's stupid. I only have one topic I want to talk about before we get over to our fight shenanigans, which is that the biggest news in MMA right now that everybody's talking about is the extremely high possibility that we have to soon see Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg in a mixed martial arts fight. Now, boys, we need to debate on who could. We've talked about this, I think, lightly in the past. Who hasn't talked about this in the past? Who hasn't talked about what billionaire would win against what? But now time has passed. Some things have happened. Some accolades have been acquired. And I think we could get a better assessment of who might win this fight, because now it might actually happen. Dana says they both are dead serious about this, and they want to make it happen. The battle of the billionaires. Well, billionaire versus millionaire.
They're gonna get into the cage, and then they're just gonna start throwing wads of money at each other until one of them gets knocked out.
It just turns into a big tech fight, like from Rick and Morty. They just have all kinds of weird gadgets they're hitting off their arms and shit. They both put on VR headsets and they just start fighting.
They're in the cage, but not actually hitting each other.
It's like that movie Real Steel. They're just controlling robots and they're fucking in their
from the side.
That'd be some wild shit.
That'd be crazy.
They'd be fighting in the metaverse.
Yeah, they just take they would take two fighters. They randomly inject their neck with something, and then they just control the fighters with it, like Xbox controllers, like Ocean Gate.
Oh my god! And then they all implode.
Yeah. So Zuck's got jiu-jitsu. We know that. Like he's won a jiu-jitsu competition recently. I don't think he's a blue belt. I don't think. Yeah, I think he just recently got his blue belt. I'm not too sure. If not, he's a multiple stripe white belt for sure.
I'm pretty sure I saw him with the blue belt on when he won the competition.
Yeah, he probably got it after he won comp, I would assume. But Elon has done jiu-jitsu. No competitions won, but I believe has some stripes on his white belt. I want to say he might be blue as well.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Mark is still a white belt.
Mark's still a
Is
white
he?
belt.
According to Google.
Okay, that makes sense. He only that's what I say, because he only just started a few months ago. But if you're going like extremely regularly and doing it a lot, in 6 months you can be a blue belt, depending on the school you go to. Elon, both of them, they both have like trained boxing in the sense of like a famous person training boxing, like when Snoop hits the pads and stuff like that. Like they both train to hit things for sure. Are they good at it? I don't think so. And definitely neither of them know wrestling. There's no way either of them can be like, if either of them looked at me in the camera and said, "Oh yeah, in high school I used to wrestle a bit," like, shut up, Dougie, you were playing with electronics back then. Don't lie to me right now.
Well, it says Elon has trained in judo as well.
He has, yeah, he does have judo. He does have judo.
Taekwondo.
I see he knows his judo well.
Judo well.
Yeah, well, what 7-year-old didn't do taekwondo? I mean, yes, same Darnell, by the way. Yeah, I did. I also did not do taekwondo.
I did choi kwando.
Oh wow, you the taekwondo kids made fun of you.
They're like, "Oh, yours is based on self-defense. We like hurting people."
Nerd. Yeah. You were Miyagi-Do. They were Cobra Kai.
Yeah, right.
So here, taking those things into consideration, the reason why I would still pick Musk to win is because he's bigger. So they'd have to do some type of catch weight or meet in the middle, and either way, Musk is going to end up being bigger. I don't see that I think standing, he stands a better chance. It's going to be one of the things. Like, it's going to end up being like a striker grappler type thing. Because if Musk throws, if judo throws Zuckerberg at all, if Zuckerberg can get his shit together, he can tap, Elon on the ground pretty easily. But, it's a give or take situation. But standing on the feet, they both would be pretty equal throwing strikes. The only thing that
would be the worst display of striking.
Be a lot of spinning back fists.
It'd probably be worse than what's his name, that fucking wrestler, like WWE guy.
CM
Forgot
Punk.
his name. Yeah, it's gonna be worse than that.
Probably was the worst display of somebody transferring over to something else and trying to do MMA. So yeah, it'd probably be the second worst. But I don't know. Again, it'd be all in how they do it, because here's how I see it going. A lot of these like guys who don't like to get hit in the face, and I'm sure they don't like to get hit in the face, they would meet in the middle, they would throw, and then they would start grappling each other, and it would turn into a full blown grappling match for sure.
Oh yeah.
They would very much rather do that, I'm sure. And that's why I think they should just do some type of jiu-jitsu grappling match, something like that, like a judo jiu-jitsu mix or something like that to help out Musk. But if we're talking them just doing strictly MMA, yeah, I think Musk, I mean, he has a better chance of throwing a crazy punch and getting them. I think he has better durability. The cardio is probably going to give it to Zuck. Overall, though, Musk has a thing where, like, that friend who, like, you play a video game for 20 years and then you introduce it to your friend and he picks it up and just dominates you in the first 5 minutes. I think Musk has that type of autism
mentality
to get it in there.
He's arguably smarter than Zuckerberg, so
He's building rockets compared to Zuckerberg making alternate realities in a virtual space.
And failing miserably at doing it.
Yeah. You see, the hands and the arms are the hardest things for us to do. It's he always says that. He says it a lot when people ask him about the VR thing. The hands are the hands are the hardest to get to show up. So yeah, I'm going Musk on this fight. I hope it happens.
Yeah, I got Musk too, just solely for the fact that he has that Tesla truck of a stomach.
Yeah.
Like, just based off of that, it's like, bro, how big are your arms, Zuck? You wrapping around that? I don't think so, bro. Your hands ain't clasping together.
No way.
well, forgot that Zuckerberg does have lizard strength. You know,
I think he has lizard robot strength.
Yeah.
yeah, you can't count that out.
He's
It's all
just
about-
a hybrid creature.
It's all about how well they charge his battery before the fight.
Yeah,
Don't give him any water.
yeah. Don't get him wet.
He has to ingest it himself. No person in the corner putting water on your face, Zuck. All right, well, you have our votes. Elon Musk for the win. Musk Daddy. Let's watch.
Daddy Musk.
Let's watch some street shenanigans. That's right, guys. Your favorite segment on this show, where we go over fights from around the world and bring you the breakdown of these combat sports fights that may have been on the outside stoop of your home, may have been outside the Walmart that you go to naturally. But the biggest and most important thing to break down is the fact of like what could have been done, what should have been done. These are guys that you're talking to here that have experience in fighting and experience in training. And although we're not the best in the world, we're good in the world, and we're we can give you some advice here. We like to say, should this person have fucked around and found out or not? That's also a thing we like to look out for. But the biggest important thing to let YouTube know, because you guys already know because you're normal people and not robots like Zuck, is that they're okay, right, Ian?
YouTube, they're all right. They're fine, YouTube. Jesus.
So on this first one here, I want to start with this one. Get the
After
fuck
this
out. Yeah.
ad goes through.
I want to start with this one because this is core values of what we like to look for in street fights here. These are two dudes who are just angry and throw down. One guy makes a huge mistake. So here we are in the UK. You can tell because of the double-decker bus. They're either in UK or Harry Potter land in Universal.
They're also driving on the wrong side of the road.
Of course, they have shit like A20. So this guy's, he's really telling them, do not get out of your car. Look at this guy intimidating him,
He's
standing
telling
over.
you, get out of your car.
Yeah, right. So at first, when this guy gets out, I go, oh, wow. I think this guy's going to lose, who's the big guy, the big white guy. Because he misses. How do you not knock him out if he gets out? Then this guy does this.
He pulls his belt off.
And although you got some
Oh,
lashes
no.
with the belt, dude, how stupid could you be? You got to keep your defense up, homie.
God damn.
Ooh. This British guy works on concrete all day long, no doubt. And he's those hands of his are cylinders that he's throwing at you. You can
Oh, this fucking bike guy.
Breaking
Yeah.
up a fight on a bike?
right?
This ain't One Punch Man, bro. You are not Lumen Rider.
You're not that
him.
guy, pal. You're not that guy. Yeah, this guy, he's gonna go get his belt. They're gonna have a standoff for another second. Oh,
Oh, and
cheap
then he
shot.
gets a cheap. Like, now you deserve to get knocked out.
But look how that's how unworried this clear construction worker guy is. He's so not worried about it. He's like, dude, you can get your cheap shot in, dude. I would destroy you. every day of the week. I just did. It seems like it would have been a pretty like equal, like anybody could have won that. In the end, you see that the construction worker had the clear strength advantage. But guys, we've seen fights before where a guy takes off his shirt, he throws off like a hat or something, and in the middle of it, always gets knocked out. The belt is
I took his belt off,
and he was able to get it off and then try to use it as a weapon. If somebody listen, people, if
thought
somebody
he was booty tang and he's not. Simple as that.
That's a good reference. Yeah. If somebody's coming at you with their fisticuffs and they're coming at you, do not grab a branch, a stick, your belt. You're going to get one. It's the same thing with a bat. People think it's a game over when you have a bat. If you don't get that hit, if you hit their shoulder, guess what, fam? You're done.
Yeah,
it's over.
Now you're getting bum rush.
If you ever out there think that you're going to win because you grabbed that weapon, better be a kill weapon. That weapon, it's got to be like a shovel or something.
Or
like
a machete.
Or a machete.
Go for the legs.
Go for the legs.
For the legs.
No mercy. You got a problem with that? No, sensei. All right, let's see the next one. Got a Michael Jackson impersonator fighting for his life. Man, this guy almost had him, but too bad this Michael Jackson impersonator was a smooth criminal. Woo! Good trip.
He is a smooth criminal.
Yeah, look at this control. That's jiu-jitsu all day right there.
Oh, bro. Fuck jiu-jitsu. He was choking that nigga.
Yeah, he was like two-handed choking him for a second.
Oh, yeah. Used his throat for balance. Look at this. Look at this pure, just great balance. Gets him in the side headlock. Puts him in the crippler crossface.
Bro, he definitely trains Ki.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice. Easy. This is what you want to see.
There.
And
Done. Yeah, no, it ends right after that anyway, yeah. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. I was just explaining to a coworker, she wants to get her kids into jiu-jitsu, and I said, this is why. This is the confidence you get once you learn the basics. This is just basics jiu-jitsu right here. It's all control. He could go for so many things right here. He could have gone for an armbar. He could have gone for mount. He could have gone for... But instead, he just had a little bit of fun with it and went for, as I say, this is definitely like a crippler crossface. It's hilarious. But yeah, he gets the choke. This is perfect subduing the guy who's harassing you.
guy who's attacking you.
The ambulance was quoted asking that guy in green afterwards, Annie, are you okay? Yeah, the Michael Jackson impersonator didn't want to fight him, so he told him to beat it, but the guy kept pressing him.
He tried to moonwalk away, but the guy kept coming at him.
That sucks, bro. Like, you literally got to live the rest of your life with the internet knowing you got fucked on.
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't tap with his hands, so he screamed instead.
That'd be some wild shit to see in person.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love it. What a great... I mean, I could watch this on a loop for so long just because of... like I said, we watch a lot of fights where people are defending themselves, and defending yourself comes in a lot of ways, but this is the way where you hurt yourself the least, hurt the other person the least, and get to walk away the winner, and you look cool as fuck too.
I was gonna say the most the Michael Jackson impersonator hurt was this guy's pride.
Yeah.
He beat his pride the fuck up.
Yeah, that guy told him after this, he said, you know what, the way you make me feel, it doesn't turn me on.
It doesn't turn me.
That was a stretch, and I know, but
It's good.
Yeah, thanks. You know, he said that impersonator told him, he said, listen, I'll fuck you up. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. I don't care.
All right.
Listen, I'm just saying, if that guy wants to get any better at jiu-jitsu, he should start with the man in the mirror. That's all I'm saying. All right, Ian, go on to the next fight so I stop doing Michael Jackson jokes.
I was gonna see how many more we can get through here.
I'm sitting here racking my brain thinking of Michael Jackson songs. Okay. Our last one.
Thriller.
Damn it. Why didn't I think of that one? Okay. This is dude, that choke he did, easy as ABC 1 2 3. So this next one, I'm gonna say in the end, this does end badly. This cop does unfortunately get shot by his own team, by his own men, I should say. Like It's
But
insane.
we're not going to show that.
We're not going to show that part. We're going to watch
Fucking nerds.
the team will maybe look into that afterwards, after the episode. But for now, we'll show you what I find to be the most important thing that happened here. So this cop, I'll give you the context and then we'll watch it. This cop pulls this guy over, and he's got a U-Haul. He's gassing up right now in a different car, but he's got a U-Haul with him. He pulls this guy to the side. He tells him, "You're not under arrest. You're being detained. This U-Haul's been reported stolen." And this guy freaks out, obviously, and reaches for this cop's gun. Go ahead.
After he already has one cuff on him.
Yeah, he has one cuff on him.
Yeah.
Right, and now, I don't need volume. He's all that's happening right here is this guy who, he looks as strong as John Jones. He looks like a small, compact John Jones. But the cop is just screaming into his mic. He's asking for backup. All he's doing is strictly just trying to keep the gun in the holster and keep this guy from pulling it out, which he should. But this guy's going for locks. The guy who's assaulting him, he's trying to really bully him. And at the same time, when he can't get any further, he's just muscling him. And then somehow he gets the fucking car open.
Well, he keeps one hand on the gun, and
Yeah.
then he just pops the door open.
It's insane.
Like right here. See?
So much control.
Like, what goes through your mind to do that, though? That's why I'm like, that makes zero sense.
Yeah, I don't know what this. I mean, I get the fear of wanting to, I don't want to go to jail. I'm like, but this is like, you're not getting away right now. You're getting yourself into the car. So, and then the car reverses all the way back. They back up into a McDonald's. Yeah. So, okay, so stop it here, and then we'll pull it back, and pull it back all the way to the beginning. So,
what I find funny is he got his arm free.
Yeah. So, like,
Well, cop had both hands on his service weapon, so that way, that guy was not going to get it. So that enabled him to just clearly, because he didn't break the wrist control or anything like that. He just literally he let go with one hand and then opened the door.
Yeah. So the reason I wanted to use this video so much is because we talk about it a lot. We've made this point a lot. Wrist control. It is so fucking important. Like Ian can speak to this. He can contest this. That even just playing around with friends, when you're growing up in teens, you mess around with friends, grappling each other, it's just whatever. When you learn that basics of wrist control, you can see even with that small little playing of I got your wrist, no, and it's a whole different game. It's a whole you have control of the situation when you learn wrist control. These cops need to know that at the minimum. You don't have to bring in full jiu-jitsu seminars. Wrist control. It's one of the most easiest and most important things to learn to help this not happen. If this cop, I understand this guy got really good grip on him. I understand that. The best grip, if you don't know wrist control, can be broken.
Yeah. And also they should all just kind of learn the basics of just wrestling or jiu-jitsu, because if that cop was more trained, he would have taken him down to the ground as opposed to sat there standing
100%.
Fucking, inevitably getting to that point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can go ahead and take it off the screen too. They really need to every day just have a jiu-jitsu teacher at the precincts, and then 3 times a day there's classes that the cops can come in, and they have some I've seen in videos, they have some precincts where they teach them specifically only to do jiu-jitsu with their equipment on. So they don't have them get down to the gi or whatever. They're in your uniform with all your shit. Let's go. Get down here and we're going to teach you how to roll with all this shit on you. As the cops say, how am I supposed to do all that with all my gear? Well, we're going to show you. That's how it is. So, I mean, it would.
Whoever asked that question is obviously a brain dead monkey.
Yep.
It's just
he's obviously a shoot first cop.
I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how to do it. Why are you questioning me, bro?
Because that's some of these again, you got to think of the thick-headed dude on the shoes. Why would I want to learn jiu-jitsu? There's a lot of dudes like that, and a lot of those dudes are cops too. Why would I want to learn?
Smells like bitch.
Smell that, Darnell?
Smells like bitch.
And bacon.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Got him.
Side note, I saw a pretty funny TikTok earlier about this lady's husband was a cop and he was eating bacon. And she was like, isn't that cannibalism? And then it just turns off. She's like, damn, bro, your own wife?
Yeah, he shot her after that.
Jesus.
Oh, man. We like to have fun around here.
She was chopping vegetables, and he's like, knife.
She's got a knife. Put it down. Shit. All right, guys. Well, I got to get to work. It's been fun hanging out. It's been a good episode. Thank you all, as always, for continuing to support Throwing Hands. Get these rookie numbers up, as we always like to say. Share us out.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Thanks, Ian.
Make sure you click that bell.
Oh, yeah. And follow our social medias down there in the description show notes. Twitch.tv/SuperSourGames, _, SuperSourJIR, all social medias. And we will see you boys next week when we wake up from our nap.
Yeah. Wake up from the nap.
Sorry, boys, I just woke up from a mean nap.
Yeah. We are
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
Peace.
You got your plan touch, but with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls was hot.